So I'm just here making a quick video because I couldn't find any information on the Big Agnes versus the Kilos gear chairs. So I ordered both of them and we'll see where it goes. Now on the Big Agnes, I really appreciated how it fit my back. It's definitely a lot more room in the back. You are a little more slouched when you're sitting, but again, still really comfortable. Material is really good. It's a ripstop. The Kilos, I've seen reviews all over the map for it, and some of them I think people are paid, I don't know, but they're just over the top. But comfortable chair, however, it doesn't fit my back. It's a little too narrow up top, and even my wife, who's much smaller than me, didn't quite fit as well. If you were a 130 pounder sitting in this chair, I think you'd probably fit really well and fit comfortable, but it just didn't fit me as well. Now that being said, this is more of an upright seating position, whereas this one here is just a little bit more of a slouching position, but you know, comfortable for camping. If you want to sit upright and read a book, this might be comfortable, a little more comfortable for you. As far as the drink holders, that's another little thing, but I find it important. I can fit my drink in here, whether it's beer, Monster, Coke, no problem, no problem. Tons of room in here, and again a second one over here. Now what it comes down to, when I'm having a maybe possibly a stronger drink while camping, my Yeti will fit in there with whatever concoction I have, as well as there, but it's a little not so good there as well there. However, something a little bit more useful on the Kilos is I have a place to store my phone right here, because it doesn't fit in here but it will fit in there if I need to. So again, Big Agnes, a little more flexibility with regards to storage and the uses that I use. Okay, the Kilos has a little footstool, which it's a little thing, but it's actually really comfortable. And I find, even though you're sitting more upright in the Kilos, when I put my feet on the stool and put my calves on it, it's actually really comfortable. Big Agnes, also very comfortable, but again, as I mentioned, a little more slouching. All the bags that come in, not a big deal, but nice bag, same material as the Big Agnes. It's a ripstop. And this one here, they gave me free lights, USB powered lights, which, okay. A little bag for the footstool and a secondary or a backup foot peg. Now the foot pegs, so in the sand, I would probably venture to say these ones are better. A little wider, prevent the sinking in. These here, they're gonna sink, but I mean, it is what it is. Construction wise, both really good metal. The Big Agnes is a little thicker material, but you know, the ratings for the Kilos is quite high on the weight. Now, some people have complained to Big Agnes that if you're sitting on it, your rear end will hit. This, I think you'd have to have a rear end like a triangle. If you were gonna poke down there, I'm, you know, close to 210, 220, and I do not come close to hitting the bottom. So I don't know how you do that personally, but it does happen. This one here, you're not going to hit whatsoever. So as you can see, the height on down here, the Kilos is a little bit lower to the ground. Big Agnes a little taller. What else? Comes with a headrest, the Kilos, which actually is really comfortable. It's velcroed on the back. It fits my neck perfectly. I've got a little bit of a longer back, so it works really well for me. Nothing here. Some people say that your head hits the back here. I didn't really have an issue with it. It's very comfortable. As far as your leg positioning, this is important. You can kind of see I'm sitting back in the chair, and it's right here. It's not so uncomfortable. Legs parallel, it's pretty good. Now, when I'm sitting in the Kilos, again, a little more upright sitting. When I put my legs out, just that lower calf level, it's really comfortable. But again, the back, it doesn't do it for me. As you can see here, my shoulders are a little hanging over the edges. Just as a side note, this is my tank that I've been using for 13 years. I would probably recommend this chair over any other chair in the marketplace. It probably around $150 now, but it is probably the most robust and comfortable chair. Ergonomically, this thing carves your back, makes it so comfortable to sit. Like literally, you can sit in this all day. Excuse me. Very comfortable chair. So look at these as a price, because that's a factor. This was on sale for $250 Canadian at MEC, or MEC, whatever you want to call them. I think the regular price is around $325, which I think it's outrageous. But again, my chairs last me a long time and I take care of them really well. This chair was $160 Canadian. It took about 10 days to get here. So the whole package with the footstool and that was $200. Again, this was let's say $250 roughly, and shipping took a day. Shipping took 10 days for the kilos, which was a little disappointing, but it got here. And I don't know, this is around $150. You know, I think I paid $80 years ago, and I would buy it again if I just had more room in my vehicles to carry it around. But the goal with our family is now to not bring these car camping because they take up too much space in the back of an SUV. So which one would I buy? We're going to buy the Angus, Big Angus. We've ordered 2 of them. We just can't beat the comfort. The comfort's just a bit more comfortable than the Kilos for how our frames are. And again, you can see just in the back how much wider it is versus how much the back is here. Now, some reviews I've seen, one particular one, a gentleman was 250 pounds. And he squeezed into the Kilos and found it super comfortable, which I find it very odd that he found it that comfortable, because his back was probably as big as mine. Nonetheless, he fit. So take it with a grain of salt. We'll see how the return policy is on Kilos. They say that I can return it, so I just have to ship it to New York. So, you know, a few dollars in shipping. It is what it is. But either chair, they're both good quality chairs. It's just the fit of the Big Angus is better. So hopefully you've gained something from this, because like I said, I have not been able to find a direct comparison between Big Angus and the Kilos Gear chairs anywhere. Oh, good luck. Maybe just to bring up another point on packing it up. Well, let me rephrase that. Unpacking these, they're both simple. I didn't read the instructions purposely to see if I could do it. Some people say they're hard to do. I don't know. Honestly, it took no longer than 2 minutes to do either of them with seeing no instructions whatsoever. Packing them up though, the Kilos is a little tough to pack up because, you know, the headrest is in here. The bag, I like the bag personally a lot more than the Big Angus, but it's a lot more tight. I wish they would have just made this just a little bit bigger, so you can have some flexibility, because you're squeezing a lot in here and the bag's not quite big enough. You know, the little cases, that's fine. The Big Angus, there's extra room in here, so this is just easier. I think over long term this actually will last better. Well, actually, here you go. So there's the price, $319 regular. Like I said, I got it on sale because it's last year's color for $250 Canadian. So anyway, hopefully you again found this interesting, and yeah, good luck with your camping.